2, Asia Jones. Starting outside hitter, a sophomore from Suitland, Maryland, number 5. Mantua Tumba. Starting outside hitter from Woodside, Delaware, number 8, Katie Williams. Starting as a middle blocker, a senior from Las Vegas, number 11, Dakota Hicks-Lewis. Starting as an outside hitter from Jacksonville, number 13, Jahar Dangerfield. Starting as a middle blocker from Dudley, number 15, Danielle Elliott. Will Bell for the Vikings, a freshman from Richmond, Virginia, number 4, Chase Tyler. Head coach of the Vikings in her second season is Vanessa Fairfax.
After splitting 4 matches this weekend, the UNC Pembroke Braves women's volleyball team back in action tonight on this Tuesday afternoon. First of 2 matches this evening, the Braves hosting Elizabeth City State, followed by a matchup against Chowan. Good afternoon and thanks for joining us here on the UNCP Sports Network. Again, the Braves split the weekends and the UNCP Invitational. They lost 2 on Saturday, but they won 2 on Sunday. And they're looking to keep that momentum going, taking on an Elizabeth City State squad who they had their first 3 scheduled matches this season all canceled due to Hurricane Dorian. Starting lineups are as follows. For the visiting Vikings, Asia Jones, Matiwa Tamba, Kaylee Williams, Dakota Hinton-Lewis, Jahara Dangerfield, Danielle Elliott. And at the libero position is Chase Tyler. And for the UNCP Braves, Ashley Caesar, Casey O'Quinn, Brianna Warren, April Tankersley, Kayla Crowder, Shannon Skrin, and Abby Farr at the libero. Again, first of 2 matches on this Tuesday afternoon. Quick turnaround for UNCP, only 1 day off yesterday. And they're right back to it today as Warren heads to the sideline. Farr checks in, and we're just about set for action. This is the 11th meeting all-time between UNCP and ECSU. It's been a lopsided series. The Braves have won all 10 of the previous matches, dropping just 2 sets in those 10. And they get things started with a kill by Ashley Caesar. 1-0 UNCP. Caesar played a key part in UNCP's success over the weekend. Averaged over 2 kills a set and hit an extremely impressive 491 over those 4 matches. Crowder makes it 2-0 UNCP here in the opening set. UNCP leads 2-1 here in the first set. Crowder rolls deep, and we're tied at 2. Chase Tyler offers it up. And too much behind it. UNCP back in front, 3-2. As Abby Farr heads back for UNCP, the 5'3" senior. And there's a wet spot in the court, so we'll redo it. Something. The head official called for a redo, so it's still 3-2. Diving dig, but a net violation is called. Crowder give it a point to ECSU, 3-3. Jahara Dangerfield heads back to serve, the Jacksonville native. Jacksonville, North Carolina, that is. And picks up an ace. The Vikings, their first lead of the afternoon, they lead 4-3. Tankersley tips over the block and onto the court. Locked up at 4 in the first set. Morgan Gibbs back to serve for UNCP. The freshman had a very successful weekend behind the service line, picking up 7 aces over the 3 matches she played. And her serve puts ECU on the defensive. 5-4 UNCP over the Vikings. Crowder elevates. Good dig by Asia Jones, but it couldn't be tracked down by Dangerfield. And that's a kill for Crowder, 6-4. Diving attempt by Gibbs. Perfect placement, though, on the tip by Kaylee Williams. And the Vikings able to side out, making an early change. Janine Caesar checks in as Matua Tumba standing on the basketball baseline now makes her way up to offer it up. Warren finds the opening. Braves up by 2, 7-5. As Raven Oates heads back. Gibbs to Hicks. And into the net goes Caesar. 8-5 UNCP, their largest lead of this first set. picks. Too much. ECSU standing strong so far in this first set, hanging in there. It's a program that struggled last season for sure. 4-23. They were winless out of CIAA play. That includes an 0-14 start to the season. In those 14 matches, won just 2 sets. But early on, hanging in there against UNCP. Now trailing just by 1. Kaylee Williams racks up the kill. 8-7, Braves lead it. And we're tied at 8. ECSU a chance to take the lead. Alexis Blackwell. And it's a double stuff. Dakota Hinton-Lewis and Kaylee Williams combining the block. Williams active, both on the attack and at the block early in this one. 9-8 Vikings here in the first set. Braves barely able to get it over. And Caesar uses the block. That's Janine Caesar for the visiting Vikings. 10-8 ECSU. Scrid just under the outstretched arms of Blackwell. An ace. Bree Warren had 5 aces in the opening weekend for UNCP, and she continues to find success beyond the service line, tied at 10. Out of system, bump set. Rolled over by Scrid. Williams. Big swing from Scrid, joust at the net, popped over to UNCP, and Gibbs tried to get cheeky with it, but a little too wide, and ECSU leads 11-10. Caesar tried to go off the top of the block, missed hit it. 12-10. Largest lead of this first set for ECSU. Give and go to Scrid. Pushes over. Perfect placement by Shannon Scrid. Averaged 2.8 kills per set. Hit 261 over the first 4 matches for the Braves. As she picks up her second kill on 6 attacks here in the opening set. O'Quinn back to serve for UNCP. Another ace. Second ace of this first set for the Braves. They tie things back up at 12. There's the response for ECSU. It's Dangerfield. 13-12. ECSU leads it. As Asa Jones works their way back. The sophomore setter. Jump float received by Scrid. She tips, good pancake dig by Tyler to keep the rally going. Both Libros active defensively, and the stuff at the net. Tumba and Hinton-Lewis. High hands, and ECSU forces Ellen McGill to take a timeout. 14-12. Vikings lead the Braves here in the first set.
A nurse at Scotland Health is
a healer, touching patients' lives at every turn. an ally, working as a trusted teammate with the best doctors. A blower of bubbles, part child whisperer, part kid at heart.
A winner, recognizing excellence through Daisy Awards.
And of course, a caring friend. Scotland Health nurses are many things to many people. But to us, they're simply better by far.
When a hospital invests in technology, skilled hands and keen eyes have new tools for diagnosing disease and making people better. At Scotland, we were the first in the region to provide 3D mammograms and robotic joint surgery, and the only hospital in the region to collaborate with Duke Health to offer both radiation and medical oncology for cancer patients. At Scotland, we invest in the newest technology for one simple reason: to deliver you closer care that's better.
14-12. Elizabeth City State leading the UNCP Braves here in the first set. After Ellen McGill uses her first timeout, Braves looking to respond. And Skrid connects third kill of the opening set for the sophomore out of Naperville, Illinois. Caesar slaps it down. UNCP responding well out of that timeout, tied at 14. An ace for Skrid. So out of the timeout, Skrid with the kill immediately. And then the service ace to give the Braves a 15-14 edge here in the opening set. Third ace of the first frame for the Braves. And the dump works. Asia Jones on second contact. An ace. Farr thought it was going deep, as did Caesar, as Tyler placed it perfectly into the back corner. 16-15 Vikings, their first match of the season. First three matches were canceled due to Hurricane Dorian. And they're looking to pick up their first ever victory against UNC Pembroke. Tankersley. And that'll be chalked up as a kill, 16-16. Well, it might be a little slippery on ECSU's side of the court. A couple of their players have stumbled. The Braves will take it, 16-all. Tankersley. Big windup, too much. Attack error gives the Vikings another advantage. Both teams exchanging runs. Hasn't been anything too substantial, but 2 points here, 2 points there, back and forth. And ECSU leading by a point. As Tamba goes wide with it. They're level again at 17. Trying to just spin the flow of this one. Either side getting into much of a rhythm in the first set as Gibbs and Hicks come in. O'Quinn and Tankersley head to the sideline. Gibbs, 7 aces over the first 3 matches that she played in. And the block sends it back, but it's covered by ECSU. Gibbs to Warren. Miss hit. Out of bounds, 18-17. That was a setup that worked frequently for UNCP. When Warren was set, she was ultra efficient over the weekend, including a 12 kill, a 19 swing performance against Conker. No errors in that match either. Sloppy play early on for the Braves, a free ball for the Vikings, leading by a point. But the block's there to save the day. It's Warren and Hicks on the double stuff. 18-18. Raven Oats in, Caesar out. It'll be Crowder. Overpass. And Scrid couldn't find the court. Kind of been the storyline for UNCP in this first set. Entered today hitting .215. Hitting just 140 right now. Costly service error for Blackwell levels things back in 19. Brandon Warren certainly capable of orchestrating a run behind the service line. Already has an ace today, has 6 on the season. As she looks to get UNCP closer to that 25-point mark. Right now, tied at 19. And UNCP first to 20. Miss hit by Tamba from the back middle. And an ace. It's Warren with her second. 21-19 UNC Pembroke, 4 points away from taking a 1-0 lead. Out of system bump set as Tamba offers up a free ball. Scrid pushed it. Kept alive by the Vikings. Gibbs, Hicks tips. Popped up. Joust. And a net violation called on Ellie Hicks. Braves still lead by 1, 21-20 the score. Gibbs to Caesar through the double block attempt, and UNCP within 3 of taking this first set. Tankersley and O'Quinn back in. Gibbs and Hicks to the bench. Overpass from Tamba. And Scrid there to clean it up. 23-20 here in the first set. Braves leading it. Looking to keep things rolling. It's O'Quinn. Scrid off the block, out of bounds. Set point number 1 for UNC Pembroke. Scrid pacing the Braves offense. 5 kills on 13 swings. As the timeout's taken by Vanessa Faircloth, will take one as well. Braves with their first set point of the match.
When a hospital invests in technology, skilled hands and keen eyes have new tools for diagnosing disease and making people better. At Scotland, we were the first in the region to provide 3D mammograms and robotic joint surgery, and the only hospital in the region to collaborate with Duke Health to offer both radiation and medical oncology for cancer patients. At Scotland, we invest in the newest technology for one simple reason: to deliver you closer care that's better by far.
A nurse at Scotland Health is
a healer, touching patients' lives at every turn.
An ally, working as a trusted teammate with the best doctors. A blower of bubbles, part child whisperer, part kid at heart.
A winner, recognizing excellence through Daisy Awards.
and of course, a caring friend. Scotland Health nurses are many things to many people. But to us, they're simply better by far.
Set point number 1 for UNC Pembroke, 24-20. Caesar and Scrid combine to the block to end the first set. Braves active at the net in that first frame, but it was the service game for UNCP that really lifted him. 4 aces and a couple of serves that forced some free balls and fortuitous opportunities for UNCP. How about Shannon Scrid? 5 kills on 13 swings, 2 attack errors for a 231 clip in that first set. We'll take a break here on the UNCP Sports Network. Second set actually when we get back. Braves capture the first frame, 25-20 here from Lumbee Guarantee Bancorp.
When a hospital invests in technology, skilled hands and keen eyes have new tools for diagnosing disease and making people better. At Scotland, we were the first in the region to provide 3D mammograms and robotic joint surgery, and the only hospital in the region to collaborate with Duke Health to offer both radiation and medical oncology for cancer patients.
Don't just throw a tailgate, own the tailgate with a Bojangles Big Bow Box. Only Bojangles brings the flavor to every tailgate with mouth-watering chicken, fresh buttery biscuits, flavorful fixins, and freshly steeped legendary iced tea. Because how can you expect to win the game if you don't win the tailgate? Feed all the hungry tailgaters in your group with an 8, 12, or 20-piece Big Bow Box. Bojangles, it's bow time, y'all!
When a hospital invests in technology, skilled hands and keen eyes have new tools for diagnosing disease and making people better. At Scotland, we were the first in the region to provide 3D mammograms and robotic joint surgery, and the only hospital in the region to collaborate with Duke Health to offer both radiation and medical oncology for cancer patients. At Scotland, we invest in the newest technology for one simple reason: to deliver you closer care.
Bojangles Cajun filet biscuit.
Could this get any more perfect?
Pimento cheese. Dude, get it with pimento cheese. Trust me.
Perfect just got perfecter. Introducing Bojangles Cajun Filet Biscuit with our new pimento cheese. Melty, cheddary pimento cheese on our Cajun Spice Chicken. It's perfecter. Bojangles.
It's bow time.
A nurse at Scotland Health is
a healer, touching patients' lives at every turn.
An ally, working as a trusted teammate with the best doctors. A blower of bubbles, part child whisperer, part kid at heart.
A winner, recognizing excellence through Daisy Awards.
And of course, a caring friend. Scotland Health nurses are many things to many people. But to us, they're simply better by far.
Casey O'Quinn back to get things started in the second set. UNCP took the first 25-20. Tankersley hacked at it to keep this thing going. Rolls over right to far. Caesar tips into the well, 1-0 UNC Pembroke. And an ace, UNCP leads 2-0 here in the second set. Again, O'Quinn. Vikings having a tough time in the serve reception. Cross court, Tankersley. Attack error. And it's Chase Tyler. Backed off, rowing up to the Braves. She goes deep with it. 3-1 UNC Pembroke. UNCP really didn't pull away in that first match until the very end. 5 points was their largest lead. It was back and forth. Both teams kind of just exchanging points. But now really an opportunity for UNC to build something, and that'll help Tankersley and Caesar. Rejecting Danielle Elliott, the freshman middle blocker. Give and go off the hands, falls to the court. Jahara Dangerfield. Her third kill on 7 swings. Braves still doubling up. ECSU early in this second. Crowder, big swing, and Jones just couldn't react to that one. 5-2, UNCP. Caesar out, Warren in. Somehow pushed over the net. A free ball if I've ever seen one. And Crowder makes him pay. 6-2, UNC Pembroke. A point away for matching their largest advantage of the afternoon. Back set to Kaggle. Tankersley. Pushed back, but covered. A diving effort by O'Quinn. And the Braves can reset. Warren from the middle terminates. Quick sets to the middle. Tough to stop if the block isn't there. 7-2 UNCP, matching their largest lead of the night. Tight to the net. Crowder with the left. Into the block once more, but Jones tracks it down. Free ball UNCP. Out of bounds. Largest lead of the night for the UNCP Braves. A 4-point run. I think this is what you'd expect to see from UNCP. They're playing good volleyball. 2 days ago, a couple straight set victories. And even on Saturday, they lost both those matches to Coker and Grand Valley State respectively, but they took them to 5 sets, and I think if UNC were to play both those teams 10 times, they'd without a doubt win at least a few of those matches, if not most of them. And then Sunday, really good, efficient volleyball, and they're looking to keep that going today. Warren in the backslide. ECSU thought they had the pancake dig to keep the rally alive. But it's a point for UNCP, 9-3, as Morgan Gibbs retreats for service. O'Quinn heads out. Gibbs to Warren. Good overhead dig. As Williams scooped up by Farr. Joust to the net. That's a kill for Abby Farr. The libero getting into the action offensively. It's her second kill of the season. Hitting .500 on the year, 2 for 4. Crowder off the block, out of bounds. And a timeout taken by Vanessa Faircloth, the Lumberton native in her second season leading the Vikings. Wants to regroup. 11-3, UNC Pembroke leads it here in the second set.
When a hospital invests in technology, skilled hands and keen eyes have new tools for diagnosing disease and making people better. At Scotland, we were the first in the region to provide 3D mammograms and robotic joint surgery, and the only hospital in the region to collaborate with Duke Health to offer both radiation and medical oncology for cancer patients. At Scotland, we invest in the newest technology for one simple reason: to deliver you closer care that's better by far.
A nurse at Scotland Health is
a healer, touching patients' lives at every turn.
An ally, working as a trusted teammate with the best doctors. A blower of bubbles, part child whisperer, part kid at heart.
A winner, recognizing excellence through Daisy Awards.
And of course, a caring friend. Scotland Health nurses are many things to many people. But to us, they're simply better by far.
After the first time out of the set for ECSU. Good dig by Scrid. And punched over by Farr. Hicks off high hands. Hicks caught up in the block of Williams and Elliott. 9-point edge for UNC Pembroke, establishing themselves early in the second frame. Caesar left it short, and that snaps a 4-point Pembroke run. Tyler comes out as Dakota Hinton-Lewis returns to the floor. Daniel Elliott out as well. Gibbs to Crowder, tools the block. Kayla Crowder and Shannon Scrid running the show offensively for UNCP. 6 kills for Crowder, hitting .444. Getting plenty of opportunities to make her impact felt, and she succeeded today. Hicks finds the open space. It's been all Pembroke here in the second. .11 lead for UNCP. It's Warren once more. 5 kills, 8 swings. Hicks tips. 16-4. Largest lead of the night for the Braves. Blackwell to the middle. Set outside and dropped down by Janine Caesar. Serve from Williams. Under the attempt from Gibbs. And it's Caesar once more. Back-to-back kills. Still a comfortable edge for UNC Pembroke here in the second set. And the Braves able to respond, up by 11. Caesar checks in. Abby Farr heads over to the sideline. As Warren misserves, Braves playing their 5th match this season. All 5 as far have been at home. They'll play number 6 after this one against Chowan. Probably a good way to start the season for a team like this, trying to grow, and last year picked up their first double-digit win season since 2014. There's been steady improvement for Ellen McGill's program, and now it's just about taking that next step. And if you at least have the chance to get your legs underneath you and get things going to start off the season, and you get to do it at home, should bode well. You get comfortable in your own gym that you're used to. As Scrid lines it wide. Braves win tonight. They'll pick up their 3rd straight. And the non-conference, they found success last year in the non-conference. Ended the season with 7 straight victories against non-Peach Belt opponents. And Jones just misses the end line. UNCP 7 points away from taking a 2-set lead. Tankersley and O'Quinn in. Gibbs and Hicks to the sideline. Off the arms of Oates. Kill credited to Elizabeth Kagel. UNCP for the match hitting over 300, 309 to be exact. It's a really good number. And drops in. Oates thought it was going deep. That's the 2nd time this afternoon that UNCP misjudged a serve. And it's Chase Tyler this time credited with the ace. Oates. As O'Quinn finds Tankersley and lofted over. Set to the middle, hammered home. Elliott on the kill. Free ball for UNCP. O'Quinn, cross-court set, Scrid. Left it long. Still a 6-point cushion for UNCP. This undoubtedly the best volleyball they've played this afternoon. First set, at least for the first half or so of the set, really neck and neck with ECSU. An unconventional kill, but it works nonetheless. It's Raven Oates, she'll take it, as will her teammates. As Oates hands over to the UNCP bench, Kayla Crowder comes on in. O'Quinn, Crowder pushes. Elliott off the hands. Great effort by O'Quinn. Caesar clips the sideline. Best rally we've seen tonight. And it's won by UNC Pembroke. Their first to 20 here in the second. Braves foot on the gas pedal. 1 timeout remaining for ECSU in the second set, if Coach Faircloth elects to use it. Too much for Caesar, out of system for the Braves. And the Vikings able to side out. Braves siding out 57.7%. Caesar slams it home right at the 10-foot line. Gibbs and Hicks set to rotate in for UNCP. Let's see now, some confusion for the Braves. Trying to get these substitutions sorted out. So it's Tankersley and O'Quinn out. 3 players just left the court. And yep, we're all set. But there's no setter. No, there is. Gibbs is out there. It's Taco Tuesday, by the way. Happy Taco Tuesday. And if you were on campus today, you would have had a chance to be entered to win free tacos. There were some flyers that were taped around campus. And if you come to the match, you submit that, you'll be entered to win free tacos from San Jose. That's a pretty good treat, I'd say. Come out, support your Braves. Not too late, by the way. It's only the second set. Have to get here by the end of the match. And while you're on it, might as well stay for the second match as well. That one's scheduled to start at 6 p.m. against Chuan. But for this first match, UNCP doing their thing is pretty much to be expected, certainly favored against Elizabeth City State coming out of the CIAA last year, as we touched on before. Just 4 wins, all 4 coming in conference play. But the good news for them, they made the CIAA tournament for the first time in 5 seasons. They only lost 1 senior last year, from last season. So the majority of this team back from last year, and they're hoping to improve together. They've had another offseason of work under head coach Vanessa Faircloth, the Lumberton native, returning back to her native county. Played her college volleyball last 2 seasons at least at Norfolk State. Now at Elizabeth City State out of Murfreesboro, North Carolina. Gibbs dump with a left. Off tan for the freshman. She's been super impressive for UNCP. Her first few games as a collegiate volleyball player. And it doesn't get much easier than that for Warren. Braves pulling away big time in the second set. First set was close. Ended up pushing things a little bit at the ends. Took a 25-20, but for the most part, about even. Now it's all UNCP in the second. Williams stuffed. Warren and Gibbs, freshman and sophomore, bring the Braves to set point number 1 here in the second. Warren seals it. 2 quick sets for UNCP, taking just 45 minutes. As the Braves will head to the third, looking for their 3rd consecutive straight set victory. As tonight, they have been dominant against the Vikings of Elizabeth City State. We'll take another break here on the UNCP Sports Network. 3rd set when we return here from Lumbee Guarantee Bank Court to the campus of UNC Pembroke.
Don't just throw a tailgate, own the tailgate with a Bojangles Big Bow Box. Only Bojangles brings the flavor to every tailgate with mouth-watering chicken, fresh buttery biscuits, flavorful fixins, and freshly steeped legendary iced tea. Because how can you expect to win the game if you don't win the tailgate? Feed all the hungry tailgaters in your group with an 8, 12, or 20-piece Big Bow Box. Bojangles, it's bow time, y'all!
Bojangles Cajun filet biscuit.
Could this get any more perfect?
Pimento cheese. Dude, get it with pimento cheese. Trust me.
Perfect just got perfecter. Introducing Bojangles Cajun Filet Biscuit with our new pimento cheese. Melty cheddary pimento cheese on our Cajun spice chicken. It's perfecter. Bojangles.
It's bow time, y'all.
Don't just throw a tailgate. Own the tailgate with a Bojangles Big Bow Box. Only Bojangles brings the flavor to every tailgate with mouth-watering chicken, fresh buttery biscuits, flavorful fixins, and freshly steeped legendary iced tea. Because how can you expect to win the game if you don't win the tailgate? Feed all the hungry tailgaters in your group with an 8, 12, or 20-piece Big Bow Box. Bojangles, it's bow time, y'all!
When a hospital invests in technology, skilled hands and keen eyes have new tools for diagnosing disease and making people better. At Scotland, we were the first in the region to provide 3D mammograms and robotic joint surgery, and the only hospital in the region to collaborate with Duke Health to offer both radiation and medical oncology for cancer patients. At Scotland, we invest in the newest technology for one simple reason: to deliver you closer care that's better by far.
Back here at Lumbee Guarantee Bank Court in the English E. Jones Center. John Gross here for the UNCP Sports Network. Thank you for making us a part of your Tuesday afternoon. It's been all UNCP. And today's first match against Elizabeth City State. Braves making quick work of the Vikings through to 25-20 in the first. And a double-digit set victory in the second. They'll take on Chowan after this. Vikings will serve first after the team switch side. Asia Jones getting set, the setter for ECSU. This the only home sporting event this week at UNC Pembroke. I should say this match and the match after this. It's a light week at home for the Braves after an epic opening weekend of UNCP athletics. We'll recap that in a second. Tankersley. And a free ball for UNCP. O'Donnell from the middle. Too much. The freshman Aaron O'Donnell. Not a good attack lane, but could not convert. So looking back at the first weekend for UNCP athletics, they have 7 volleyball matches at the tournament. The UNCP Invitational, the Braves played in 4. So let's say 4 UNCP women's volleyball matches. Women's soccer played Saturday night, as did the football team. And an overall winning record for UNCP on the weekends. 4-2 amongst those 3 sports. And Scrid starts off the scoring for the Braves here in the third set. Left it long, 2-1 UNCP. Jones back set over the block to Quinn. Crowder hooked up and dumped over, but Farr is there defensively. Another setter dump, both setters getting into the action on that rally, and the battle won by Casey O'Quinn. Tankersley finds the end line. Four-point run for UNC Pembroke. And a service error gives the serve back to ECSU, but you look at the stats and UNCP 4 aces, but the serving game for UNCP has undoubtedly given them a major advantage today. So many free balls for the Braves as a result of some really good serves. And O'Donnell still searching for her first kill, only 3 swings as a freshman. Had one this past weekend, and thus far 2 in this third set. That'll be far to serve for UNCP. Now Quinn connects with Crowder. Good one-arm dig by Dangerfield. Jones to Tamba into the net. Braves playing some really sound defense, 38 digs. And there's the block, 5th block for UNCP. Crowder and Warren leaping. Warren from the middle, so efficient. Now 7 kills on 11 swings and no attack errors. Look at it up. That attack percentage. And what do you know? It's Brianna Warren and Kaylee Crowder. 6th block of the afternoon for UNCP. Attack error by Butler. Adriana Butler, the Asheboro, North Carolina native. Butler once more. Crowder leads into it. And ECSU couldn't get it over, laboring as this match has progressed. 7-point run for UNCP prompts a timeout for Vanessa Faircloth, their first of this third set. Braves 14 points away from a sweep of ECSU here in Pembroke, North Carolina.
When a hospital invests in technology, skilled hands and keen eyes have new tools for diagnosing disease and making people better. At Scotland, we were the first in the region to provide 3D mammograms and robotic joint surgery, and the only hospital in the region to collaborate with Duke Health to offer both radiation and medical oncology for cancer patients. At Scotland, we invest in the newest technology for one simple reason: to deliver you closer care that's better by far. When a hospital invests in technology, skilled hands and keen eyes have new tools for diagnosing disease and making people better.
Braves 14 points away from victory. Abby Farr, UNCP Libero, back to serve. Farr and Anna Hines have been working the Libero duties this season. A couple of seniors, both very talented in their own rights. Low set to Warren, scooped up easily by Tyler. Warren and Tankersley. Brianna Warren with 5 blocks. She's had her hand in 5 of UNCP's 7 blocks tonight, and that's 8 straight for the Braves. Overpass. Tankersley softly finds the court. 9 straight for UNCP. That side out percentage continues to drop for ECSU, down below 33%. Crowder off the hands of Butler and Tamba. And out of the logo, 11-point edge for UNC Pembroke. 10 straight points for UNCP. This is their longest scoring run through the early portions of this season. Make it 11 in a row. Ace number 5. The first for Farr. When you can serve well, you put yourself in a great position to find success, and that's clearly evident this afternoon for UNCP. Once more, 14-point UNCP lead. They've scored 13 straight. This was a close set early on. And you go back to that first set, too. It was close in that first set. But once UNCP started clicking in all cylinders, they didn't stop, and they haven't as of yet. UNCP looking to keep ECSU in single digits in this final set. All-time UNCP, they've dropped just 2 sets against the Vikings. And they dropped 1 set in the first meeting, 1 set in the second. Since then, it's been straight set, straight set, straight set, 8 times. And UNCP looks to make it a 9th. Bree Warren cranks over another one. She leads all attackers today with 8 kills. It's been a team effort, though, for UNCP. 8 kills for Warren, 7 for Crowder, 7 for Scrid, 6 for Caesar. Down the line, Selena Beal. What a run for UNCP. 14 out of the last 15 points have been captured by the Braves. Domination in the third. Off the arms is Scrid. There's a kill for Williams. Kaylee Williams, the 5'8" sophomore. Jones checks out. In comes Elizabeth Kagel. Tamba back for service. Braves 5 points away from the sweep. Elise Martin in to serve for UNCP. Her first appearance this afternoon. Martin got some playing time on Sunday. And that's one of the things when you're playing against teams and you're dominating them, you get to rotate some players in who are either inexperienced or newer to the program. And that can certainly bode well for you later on in the season. Martin, one of those players. just a freshman. We've seen O'Donnell in that situation as well check in. She's had some action in the third set. And not just a little bit of play, but a whole lot for Morgan Gibbs, the freshman setter on the floor right now for UNCP. Blackwell serve, received by the Braves. Williams into the block, covered by Dangerfields. And pushed away by Beal. A little caught up there defensively. And didn't even reach the net for Blackwell. Braves 3 points away from taking this one. It's Bree Warren back deep to serve for UNCP. What a match she's had, and she is emerging as a star for this Brave squad. 8 kills so far. She has 2 aces and 5 blocks. Chalk up a dig as well. And a violation called in UNCP, but to have the combination of Warren and Caesar in the middle for UNCP, that's so dangerous, especially when the Braves are in system and have a good pass. Makes things a lot easier offensively. As Scrid skies, but it's dug up by the Vikings. Beal tools the block. 2 points away from the match. O'Quinn and Tankersley take the court for UNCP. Gibbs and Beal head to the sideline. So O'Quinn looks to finish off the job. Martin with the dig. O'Donnell sent back, but out of bounds, and it's the first career kill for the freshman, Erin O'Donnell. And she brings her UNCP side to match point. Tamba keeps it going off the hands of O'Donnell at the net, and ECSU able to side out. Braves out hitting the Vikings 319 to 035. Have 24 more kills, 1 less attack error. +5 in blocks, +2 in aces. 2 less errors, so they're +4 beyond the service line of the stat book. But man, serve reception gives that advantage even more so to UNCP. That'll do it. Shannon Scrid, her 8th kill of the match. Wraps this one up. UNCP holding ECSU to single digits in the 9th set, a match that took just over an hour. You won't find many matches quicker than that. 25-20, 25-13, 25-9. UNC Pembroke convincingly over Elizabeth City State. They hit 326 for the match. 4 Braves have 6 or more kills. Brianna Warren leads with 8 kills and 13 attacks, hitting .615, 2 aces and 5 blocks for the sophomore middle. Shannon Scrid, another impressive offensive outburst, 8 kills and 21 swings. Kayla Crowder had 7 kills, and Ashley Caesar 6 for 7 on the attack. Her lone swing that wasn't a kill was an error. So impressive stuff for UNCP in all facets on the court, offensively, defensively, and behind the service line. The Braves will host Chowan. That first serve is expected to be at 6. We'll have that broadcast for you right here on the UNCP Sports Network. So go grab some dinner, and when you get back, it's more Braves volleyball here on the UNCP Sports Network. Signing off here from Lumbee Guarantee Bancorp, I'm John Gross. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you soon.
Adidas is the official apparel sponsor for all 16 of UNC Pembroke varsity athletic teams. Adidas provides some of the most innovative.
When a hospital invests in technology, skilled hands and keen eyes have new tools for diagnosing disease and making people better. At Scotland,